another thing with liberals, if you don't agree with them on things, you're a right-wing lunatic.
But you are anti-gay if you're anti-gay marriage, I think, because there's no other reason to be against it.
How about religion?
How about,
Sure, but religion is also... It says a lot of things that we look at as ridiculous.
Well, but just gay people that don't believe in gay marriage, how could they be anti-gay?
I don't believe... I don't know if most gay... A lot of gay people don't want to get married. I just don't think we have the right to tell other people they can't do it. And
What
again,
if you do feel that the institution of marriage is this kind of sacred bond between a man and a woman, and you feel that it's being infringed upon by allowing two men to use that same institution, and since they're doing that, it's almost degrading what you're doing and what your marriage is.
Then I think you need to reevaluate how you view what you do, as opposed to... and again, it's the way I feel about us being in Korea and the way I feel about us being in Germany. Mind our fucking business.
Well,
it's none of our business if people get married. I don't understand. She's religious too. I believe Anne is religious, and I think a lot of the religion... That's where a lot of that comes from, I think. Is when you're raised that, and I can't comprehend it. I just don't. It's like, I never, and I've said this before, I never ever see any Americans saying, you should be able to do this, but I shouldn't. It's always, I can do this, and here's why you can't. You've never heard one group in this country stress how another person should be able to do something they can't do. Mm-hmm. It's always why my rights should be protected and yours shouldn't.
Let's say, Chick-fil-A, when they were against against gay marriage, and certain cities said, well, we're not going to allow you.
That's disgusting. You're right.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what if a company like Chick-fil-A came out and said, we are pro-gay marriage, and two cities said, we're not going to let you in?
Absolutely.
My God. It would be...
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of criticized. Menino in Boston, it was criticized, and Bloomberg actually stuck up for it. And I think it said, "Hey, you got to have your opinions." The problem with Chick-fil-A is I don't care if the guy's against gay marriage, but then people said he donates to a lot of anti-gay causes, like this family shit.
But is that any different, really, than just having the freedom of speech and freedom of being able to contribute to certain...
You should be able to, absolutely. But I could see why gays don't want to go to Chick-fil-A. It's almost like I don't want to give my money to a guy who is directly contributing to a group that's against me.
Right.
But he should say what he feels, sure.
Do you know how I fought the other night? I wanted to watch a movie, and Mel Gibson, some new movie that he was in, and I didn't do it because I'm going, why am I going to support a guy that hates me?
That's crazy. You're cutting off your big Jewish nose to spite your face. I can barely get it out.
But you're not. Who cares what he thinks?
Because what do you mean, who cares what he thinks?
I honestly, I like Farrakhan a lot.
I think he's a great speaker.
I enjoy Farrakhan.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't like me.
No, he probably wouldn't.
Who cares?
I don't think he would.
I don't care.
But okay, would you donate money to the Nation of Islam?
No.
Okay.
But and here's that's a good point, but the Nation of Islam is not an entertainment outlet that I enjoy.
Well,
like, would I ever, like, there's been rap music I bought knowing that rappers or saying things I didn't agree. Eric B. and Rakim. Eric B. and Rakim, I mean, they're not exactly very pro-white. He would rap about, I think, like the 5%ers and fucking white people living in caves and all that. I still bought his stuff, and I didn't agree with what he said. So I don't mind that if I don't care.
White people living in caves?
Well, it's from a song called The Ghetto. But just, it's like that Muslim view of, white people come from caves and, Dr. Yaqub or whatever.
Well,
they finally got out of the caves when the black guy moved in the cave next door. Then they decided to...
Now, I remember I've seen the Israelites. Remember those guys who used to be on the corner?
Yes.
And I'm sitting there.
Did they chase them out of Times Square, or are they still there?
I don't know.
The black Israelites?
But they were mean. And this guy sitting here goes, everybody's sitting around, he goes, we were the first on the planet. And I look at him, I go, well, what went wrong? And we had space travel before you even out of caves.
Oh, really?
It's just, I think there's more hypocrisy on the left than there is on the right. That's all. I did a college once, Trenton State.
Oh.
Okay, no, and I did some professors walking through in the middle, doesn't know what's going on, and I said whatever I said. It could have been something Polish, Irish, whatever hacky thing in a college you say. Okay, he tried not to get me paid. He didn't even know the show. He just heard one sentence. But yet, 2 weeks later, Khalid Abdul Muhammad was speaking at that college.
Right.
Do you remember who Khalid Muhammad was? Okay,
Yeah.
he got kicked out of the Nation of Islam for... I mean,
he was a little too radical.
Farrakhan like, look, we hate Jews, but you know what? You got to draw the line on hate. So that's the hypocrisy. I think leans a little more to the left.
I think
the right.
conservatives are a bit more consistent. Like,
yeah,
even though I don't agree with them on a lot, but I think that they've been more consistent. Like, I kind of always know where they haven't let me down. I'm never shocked when they take a position because it's kind of what I expect conservatives to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm just not surprised by it. But when liberals disappoint me, because I want to be one. I want to be a liberal.
Do you want to be a liberal?
Yes, I do.
Now, why, though?
Because I agree with them on so many social things. And even though they're politically correct idiots, our jobs are in much better shape when liberals are in charge because they're not actively targeting pornography. Like the FCC. Look at the beatings the FCC has taken in the last couple of years in court. And again, they're losing steam. And part of that is, I know the president's not directly, but shit rolls downhill.
Yeah, but liberals want to silence conservative radio. They want to silence...
No, they don't. They just know they're getting their asses kicked, and they just want an equal shot. And I disagree with them totally. They're being fucking babies.
That is true. I got to agree with you on that one because there was a time under Bush where you could not fucking say shit.
Tenfold.
And people were being fired, and the fines that were going out on radio. And we were like, you know what? It usually comes back around and changes for the other way over time, and it has. I mean, no one's really, you're not hearing about these giant fines being levied and people really getting thrown off the air.
Who do you think went after Tosh, Imus, all of them? They weren't conservatives. Those were liberals.
No, I understand that.
Attacked, that ruined that try to ruin those
are
careers.
Interest groups.
Yeah, interest groups.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, the fines that the FCC... I'm talking when the FCC comes after you, like, you know, the government. And the fines were $35,000 per offense. Now they're $350,000. That went under Bush. They went tenfold. So radio companies panicked. And it got a lot worse under him. And much worse. And I felt it. Even though the liberals are the politically correct fucking babies and they annoy me, what the arch-religious conservatives actively target it.
I mean,
obscenity.
But now you got to make a choice between, can I come in here and say what I want with less fear that I'm going to get fired, or can I come in here and work and not be able to keep the money I fucking earned being here? Because that's pretty much what it's boiled down to.
That's why you need another party. That's the problem. That's what we get.
I have parties all the time.
Yeah, me too. I like the fucking party. I fucking just play my music. So fucking loud your ears will fall out.
I bet you.
But that's the problem. You're right.
Yeah.
You have fucking two choices. It stinks.
But there's no fucking inkling that a third party is ever going to break through.
Libertarians.
There's no light.